And then we're also going to talk about the frameworks that are used in modern data science. Okay. So what I'm going to need from you is you can do it today in the chat if you want, or we can do it later on, during the week. But I need you to tell me if you grew up with a father figure in the home, because if you didn't, we're going to send you to PyTorch class. But if you're a normal, well-adjusted human being, we're going to be using Keras for our neural network instructions. Okay. Oh man, as you guys know, I prefer Keras, right? PyTorch is for people who just don't know any better. But we're gonna pick up on that next week, because if you feel intimidated or you feel like this is something you don't want to do, don't worry about it. A lot of the modern frameworks handle a lot of this work for you. Okay. Okay, there's the chat. I wanted to make sure you guys are still listening. Diffio says lol, Manoj says lol. So, I respect that PyTorch exists. It's just for people whose father one day said that they were going out for cigarettes and they never came back. That's how you end up as a PyTorch developer, right? Let's be honest. All right, guys. I can't believe that went for 2 hours, guys. You guys are crazy. You guys are making me stream for 2 hours. Oh. Diffio says, nice content, well done. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my friend. And Diffio, thanks for joining over on Twitch. I love seeing people on all the different platforms. So guys, we definitely covered a lot of stuff today. Don't feel intimidated. Neural networks is definitely achievable. It's definitely possible to learn. I'm giving you guys the fundamentals because I think these are really important to understand. And, this is how we build up our skills brick by brick, right? Yassine says, was missing the bullying. The bullying? Bullying? Yassine, I'm giving you like gems. These are gems. You should be writing that down. You should have it in your notebook. PyTorch is for people that don't love themselves. You should be writing that down. Okay? This is not bullying. This is quality instruction, Yassine. Denelson says, always love the content. Thank you, Denelson. Always love having you around. Moo says, many thanks. Really appreciate it. Yours Ramfully. What a great name. Yours Ramfully. That's a great name. Hello, sir. This is Arjun from India. Arjun, welcome. Welcome. You're joining us a little bit late, or maybe you were just listening. That's okay. But thank you. Thank you for being here. I think somebody just retracted their message. CJ, was that you? Somebody just retracted their message. Diffio says, doing my master's thesis in AI right now. Always good to go back to basics. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Diffio. I appreciate you pitching in, and keep on coming back. So for those of you who don't know, maybe it's your first time like Diffio. This series I stream on Sundays. Same time that you joined today, it's 1500 GMT or 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern if you're in the US, but it's 1500 GMT for those of you worldwide. And I might get back to streaming daily. I might have another idea for some daily streaming I might want to do. So who knows? Maybe we'll do some. Well, maybe at some point we'll get back to some daily streaming. Who knows? But yeah, guys, keep on coming back every Sunday. We'll just continue this series. I think we have at least 2 to 3 more weeks in this series, maybe more. And then I want to do a series on robotics. I think Starry Vibes had requested a series on robotics. So definitely willing to do that. I have an idea for that. If anyone else of you, what a terrible sentence. If any of you would want to suggest another series topic, let me know. I'm open to the suggestions. So let me know. Diffio says robotics on down. Yeah. I think it'll be fun to do something on robotics. I got a small idea to do. Manoj says, thanks, love the content. Thank you, Manoj. Appreciate your support. Again, if you guys see that icon next to Manoj, that means he's a paying member of the channel. Really appreciate support. If that's something you want to consider, really appreciate that. Lawman says, thanks, Dennis. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you saying that. Hope you're well out there in, I think you're in Nepal. So I hope you're doing well out there. Ty says, thank you, Dennis. No, thank you, Ty. Really appreciate your support. Yours Ramfully says, I'm planning to do a master's in AI. What's your idea about this, sir? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I would never want to discourage someone from advancing their education. Just make sure that you keep a real world perspective on it. Okay? As I've shared with you guys before, I sit down to dinner with some of my friends, and all of my friends are directors and managing directors, at some large companies. And they always tell me that. They always tell me, Dennis, I'm getting these masters in data science who don't know anything. I hire them at that level, and I want to rehire them as summer analysts because they don't know anything. They don't know anything practical that he needs on day one. So make sure you keep a practical view on what you're learning, okay? Super critical. I hear that a lot as criticism. Or yours Ramfully, I think you're a little late, but somebody else expressed that in the chat, right? That they're a data scientist, but they don't feel like they know anything. I've heard that. I have clients that tell me that, right? So yeah, I mean, just keep in a real world view on all your work, okay? Otherwise, you're going to graduate and you're going to be basically worthless, right? Starry Vibes says, big thanks, sir. You're seriously awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Starry Vibes. I appreciate that. You're awesome too. Really appreciate your continued support. Keep on coming back. Ty says NLP. Yeah, a series on NLP might be interesting. Yeah, Ty, we can talk about that. That could be interesting. Diffio says, thank you. Have a great day. Yeah, thank you too, Diffio. Nice seeing you. And again, welcome for your first time. Okay, so CJ says, are you familiar with this book? And if you are, what are your thoughts? Hands-on machine learning with scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. Concepts, tools, and techniques to build intelligent systems. I can't say I am. I can't say I am. Sounds like a good set of tools. But you know what, guys? I know that not everybody has access to these books, or maybe your budget is a little tight. Honestly, one of the ways that I learned a lot about neural networks or the frameworks is by going to the Keras documentation. And I mentioned that, CJ, because this book is obviously kind of focused on Keras and TensorFlow, which is great, right? That's the tool set that I also use. And like I said, guys, for full disclosure, I'm also one of the I'm a moderator on the Keras mailing list. So I want to disclose that so you guys don't think I'm biased, but I am biased. I like Keras. But the Keras documentation is actually pretty good. And like Keras has built-in pre-processing tools. They have built-in tools for a lot of things in neural networks. So, the book sounds great. I can't tell you to not buy it. It seems reasonable. But for those of you who don't have access to books, don't have the money for them, go look at the Keras documentation. Go look in their help section. It's actually pretty good. It helped me, so maybe it'll help you too. Yours Ramfully says, thank you so much, sir. Will improve my... Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Will improve my practical skills. You're awesome.